As you guys know, the Switch 2 has officially been revealed, and there has been some very mixed opinions on it. I personally think it's pretty cool, but today we're going to be reacting to the entire trailer, which if you don't want to see, of course, you can skip just a couple minutes. We're going to be taking a look at a bunch of reactions over from the Explore page to kind of get a gauge on how people are feeling about this. We're going to recap all of it for you today. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's take a look at this initial post over from Nintendo of America. Excuse me, I'm using the wrong OBS scene over here. But if you don't want to hear or see the actual first look reaction, then you can just skip a couple minutes. We're going to get into all of the reactions right here. But guys, let's watch this together. Let's get into it. And this was shocking. They dropped it like completely out of nowhere, right? It's so weird after all the speculation about the Switch 2. So you have the Nintendo Switch, obviously. And what I do like about it is it's actually going to get bigger. Like right now, right here, we see the Nintendo Switch actually end up getting bigger. Sorry, I just realized the screen was cut a little bit. You can see all the buttons coming up. I actually like the way they did the trailer, to be honest with you. Power buttons, I don't think there's been any change there. I don't know if there's any more fans, but you notice the USB-C port. We always like to see that. It's always nice when there's some compatibility there. You can see the new stand for it and how far it actually goes down. From what it appears, it looks to be pretty sturdy. So I like that, and I love all the different angles that you can put it at. It's about time that we get something like that for the Switch, man. Now the Joy-Cons are interesting. Making them a little bit bigger. Again, I like it. I thought they were a little bit too small. The color isn't one that I'm too big of a fan of. And you know what's funny? I'm typically like pro modern look of things. I think they look pretty slick, but at the same time, like when it comes to something Nintendo, I just like the vibrant rainbowy feel that it has, you know? I also like that there's buttons on the side of it. Something that I didn't even realize, and my wife and I were watching this trailer together, and she pointed out that the fact that it actually pops out could probably be a big issue, but I still think it's a plus for the controller. Like, those buttons were ridiculous to press, especially if you have big hands. I like that. I like that that's an extension. You don't have to buy one, though. Other than that, looks clean. Toggles look smooth. Typical from Nintendo, right? Now we wait for the biggest issue, right? We wait for the biggest issue over here. That being this one. Look at that tiny little thing, huh? Look at that tiny little thing. That's totally not going to break. It does not appear to be magnetic to me. It looks like something you would have on like an external hard drive or something like that. One that's extremely, extremely flimsy. This I do not like at all. But it does seem to snap nicely. That's a problem, right? But it's also the trailer. But other than that, it looks good, man. It looks good. I like the idea that it's bigger. And of course, we can walk you through the Mario Kart trailer too. We're going to talk about that a little bit. The Nintendo Switch 2. People have an issue with the name. I personally don't. And there you go. You have the brand new Mario Kart. Giving like hardcore DS vibes to it, which I'm totally here for. I'm one of those weird Mario Kart fans, man, because I struggle. Because Mario Kart Double Dash is the superior Mario Kart game, and nothing has ever been able to come close to that. Mario Kart, we did a really good job. Like, even the Mario Kart game that's out right now, like, I like it, but I have never since Double Dash have looked at a Mario Kart and go, I cannot wait to play this. Like, I'd be completely comfortable not buying this game. But it does look good, man. Like, the art style is really strange. I like it. Like, not strange. It's, like, nostalgic. It's nostalgic. But it looks like it's going to be launching with a new Mario Kart game, which is always really cool to see. Now, for Nintendo Switch in general, I grew up being a big Nintendo fan, but I have pretty well phased out of my single-player gaming days as I've gotten older. I prefer online multiplayer games. I prefer it as a way to socialize with my friends. For that reason, I find, like, the Switch very difficult. If the Switch ever had legitimate servers, then I would be online all the time, and then I would have absolutely no problem getting a Switch 2. Other than that, the only way that the Switch 2 is going to get my money is if they port over Smash Ultimate or make a brand new Smash Bros. Game. I don't think making a brand new Smash Bros. Game is the way to go, because there's no game that could ever compete to Smash Ultimate. Sakurai even said that about the roster himself. So the way to do it is to port over Smash Ultimate. It's probably going to be easier as well to do for the developers. Port it over, have a few updates, add a few new characters, and I will not even think twice about it. I will buy a Nintendo Switch 2, but that for me, that is the only reason that I am personally going to be going to get a Nintendo Switch 2. But it's not just about what I think about the console, guys. Let's take a look at what everybody on the Explore page had to say about this in general. By the way, guys, if you were enjoying the video so far, hit like and subscribe. Thank you very much for being here. Let's take a look at what everybody had to say. So Grim Reaper had this to say, please, Nintendo, Super Mario Galaxy 3, this is a must. They need to come out, like, because the Switch 2, for a lot of people, what it seems like is not a ton of people are going crazy about it. So they need some real hard-hitting games. They're doing a good job with Mario Kart starting it off, but I think they need a little bit more. If they were to come out with a new Mario Galaxy game, that would absolutely take over the world. Let's take a look at another post by Shokio. Nintendo is so annoying. Finally does a reveal of just the system that we've already seen all over. Announces that we won't be able to see the software or get particular details for 3 months later. I swear they go out of their way to be as difficult as possible. That's just the way Nintendo does things, but Nintendo has so many dedicated hardcore fans that they can do something like this, and they'll just like scrape in the ad revenue, you know? It's crazy to me. Nintendo announcing the Switch 2. I don't know if you've seen it, but you've seen this meme I've seen this meme over and over at the time of recording this video today. By the time I'm posting this, I made this last night. But yeah, man, like, yeah, this Nintendo Switch just being the Krusty Krab 2, it's a pretty good comparison in my opinion. I love how clean the Switch 2 looks. A genuinely sleek looking device that would fit alongside modern phones and PCs with just a pop of color to give that Nintendo touch. I don't look at this and I don't think like, hey, that's a nice Nintendo touch. When I think of Nintendo systems, I think of the bright red and the bright blue. Is it a deal breaker? No, but when it comes to modern things, I typically enjoy it. But when it comes to a Nintendo product, it's just not what I personally prefer. My favorite thing is the new joysticks. They look real good. My biggest fear is this part. Agreed. I believe that's going to be a lot of problems for a lot of people, and you should probably wait for like the Switch 2 Lite or the Switch 2 Pro to come out. Something along those lines where it's like, hey, your controllers won't get destroyed. Tricky Mick had this to say, first thing I'm doing to my Switch 2, can't stand the boring colors. Like, guys, look how much better that looks. Look how much better that looks. That's Nintendo. That's the Nintendo Switch, in my opinion. Plus, what I hope they do, and I hope we get to see some specs, we need more than 30 FPS for games, especially if you're diving into, like, online games like Fortnite, dude. No, you need games to play more than 30 FPS. Excuse me, I just hit the wrong button on my PC over here. Although I like the Switch, and sure, the Switch 2 will be good, I do wish Nintendo would go back to making regular consoles instead of hybrids. Can we get the Nintendo 320 or something? I actually disagree with this. I don't see an issue with the Switch, man. Like, I like the fact that it's a handheld console. It's a hybrid between the DS and something like the Wii. I like that you can play with it just as a handheld, and I like the fact that you can hook it up to a TV. I don't see an issue with this at all. I personally don't see one little bit of an issue to it, okay? But regardless, I totally respect that opinion as well. Sorry if you can hear my notification over there. But let's continue on to Jolly J. The new Mario Kart art style for the Switch 2 looks like OG Mario Kart 8 meets Mario Wonder. Also, why is Peach riding a bike in her dress with her hair down? Costumes would be a really nice addition to Mario Kart over there. Sorry. I just realized that she's pushing herself. Sunny baby, what you doing? Sorry. Also, excuse my table over there. It's a mess over here right now because we still haven't put all of our Christmas stuff away, and I have everything under the sun, and I've just been collecting mugs because it's already very cluttered down here, so excuse that. But regardless, the Mario Wonder is actually a decent point because I know that is a big thing for Nintendo right now, and that is a good way to kind of peg the artwork. I was thinking that kind of looked like OG Mario a little bit, or like DS era-ish, you know? Regardless, she had her dress in the original Mario Kart. I think they're going back to their roots. Yeah, like this is what it reminded me of a little bit. But I don't know, man. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm excited to see what the Mario Kart trailer is all about. The Nintendo Switch 2 will have an innovative feature where Mario can see through the screen and react to how terrible you are at Mario Kart. Yeah, why is he doing that? Are they just catching him like mid-blink? I don't even know if the Nintendo characters do blink. They must blink, right? I feel like we would notice if it didn't blink. I feel like we would have some like solid Luigi or Waluigi memes if the characters didn't blink, but maybe it's after he gets hit with something or gets passed. I don't know. It might be a nice touch. Oh, they actually called it the Nintendo Switch 2. They did it. They found a name for a Nintendo console worse than Wii U. I didn't have a problem with Wii U. I don't have a problem with the Nintendo Switch 2. I personally don't care about the name of the console. I care about how it functions. PlayStation has been doing this since 2000. Nintendo has not been doing this since forever. It's a big part of why the next Nintendo console and even the next Xbox has always been a more exciting to speculate, about than the next PlayStation. Guess what? It's a PS6, guys. I mean, I get where you're coming from, but I don't care one little bit about the name of the console, but that's just me. Nintendo fans are speculating that the next Mario Kart will have 24 racers as seemingly shown in the Switch 2 trailer. I saw this, and that would be really cool. Again, talking about like OG Mario Kart DS, that'd be pretty hype. I'd like to see 24 racers in the next Mario Kart. That'd be actually a really good reason to want to go get that. This will be my childhood nostalgia rebooted. I'm glad that a lot of people are kind of getting the same vibe that I am from this, talking about Mario Kart DS. While I spoke about earlier Mario Kart Double Dash, Mario Kart DS is, yeah, you know what? It might be the next best thing, but Mario Kart DS was a huge, huge part of my childhood. So if you guys are interested, by the way, we did rank the best childhood games, fun for the whole family, any game like that. You can check out that tier list video right here if you were interested. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.